Welcome to Show Up and Glow. My name's Jalen. This is my cozy corner, a space created just for you to tune in and chill out. If this interests you, I invite you to grab some headphones, find a quiet space, and join me for a very calming and comforting experience. If this is not for you, that is okay. I appreciate you stopping by. As you notice yourself enjoying the video, please make sure to like and subscribe for more of that calm and cozy vibe. Now let's get started. Okay. Raise your hand. Just kidding, don't raise your hand. But are you familiar with yoga? And you probably are familiar with yoga. But are you familiar with the different types of yoga? Did you know there are different types of yoga and they can benefit you at different times of your life, of your day, of your year, of your circumstance, and how important it is to stretch and release the tension in your body? Did you know all that? Do you know that? Today's video, I wanted to talk about something that is good for you to start incorporating into a calm and cozy lifestyle. I love when you come spend time with me in my cozy corner, and I love spending time in my cozy corner. But there's more to creating calm and comfort within yourself, within your home, and within your day-to-day life that will leave you feeling your best. And if you're familiar with, let's just say, traditional yoga, more of like a fast flow or something that's heated, which is, I would say, one of the more like extremes of yoga. Like, you don't usually start at the hot, but you can. Usually those are a lot faster paced yoga. And personally, that used to intimidate me a lot because I didn't really want to move fast. I loved the slower parts of yoga that you would only get, like at rests. They would have you do these kind of fast-paced sequences. Then you would have a rest, then you would do fast-paced, then a rest. And boy, if that rest part didn't feel the absolute best. And I wanted more of that. So I started looking for that. And a couple years back, I found a practice that they called it yoga therapy, but at the end of the day, it wasn't so much therapy as it was this yoga practice that was really slow and intentional and deliberate, and you held the poses longer, and you listened to beautiful, spa-like music like what you're hearing right now, and it really helps to focus on that part that you're either stretching or releasing when you're in a slower, more deliberate hold and flow. And the flow, for what they were calling yoga therapy, were just sequences of poses that we would hold comfortably for a period of time. And a lot of the time, the person leading it would get you to start thinking about stuff, kind of like what we do here. Get you to start asking yourself some questions about your day or about what's been on your mind. And you would be holding these poses most of the time on the ground, which was heaven, the coziest of coziest. And you would just breathe into those spaces, release them, and after an hour to 90 minutes, you would feel the absolute best. Later on, I found another practice called Stretch and Restore. And it was very similar. It was slow and intentional and so cozy, so calm and cozy. I absolutely loved it. But I still didn't know what that type of yoga was called because no one was telling us in class what it was called. They would just reference it as yoga therapy, stretch and restore, restorative yoga. So now, fast forward to a couple years ago when we were stuck in our homes and at the peak of anxieties and stresses, I feverishly started looking for what this type of practice was that I could bring into my own home and do for myself, because it was so healthy and gave me the clearest head after I would finish these restorative practices. And I found what it was called, and I wanted to share that with you today and talk a little bit about what they tell you it helps with. I wanted to share it with you so that way you can start incorporating some of these stretches and this type of yoga into your day. Sometimes we come on here and I have you stretching the arms and stretching your neck, and that's all intentional. When was the last time you stretched? When was the last time you regularly stretched? It's something that we did so much growing up, and then you get older and you don't do it, and it's so important for our bodies. So I wanted to introduce you to what that yoga is called. It's called Yin Yoga. That is correct, just like yin and yang. Yin Yoga. I purchased this in 2020. It's one of my favorite Yin Yoga books. The finish on this book is like that. It's kind of matte and satin at the same time. So let me read to you what the back says. It says, sorry, we got little gurgles. I didn't want that right in your ear. Also, it's kind of a warmer day, so if you hear some AC kick on from the neighbors or some cars outside because people are joyriding on this beautiful spring day, you're welcome. That's free. That is free for you. Now a gurgle in my throat? No. We're not gonna do that. Okay. So the back says, deepen your practice and find balance. Yin Yoga comes home. Expand your yoga journey with a guide to essential Yin Yoga poses to practice at home, whether you're a beginner or an experienced yogi. Yin Yoga is a style of Hatha Yoga informed by Chinese Taoist practices with a focus on the meridians and proper alignment. The poses are passively held for 1 to 5 minutes to help strengthen joints and ligaments, plus loosen fascial tissues, like your fascial muscles, right? I'm not a doctor. This user-friendly reference offers just enough philosophy to get you straight to the practice. I love it. This Yin Yoga book, I'll show you some of the poses and the sequences, but it's really well done, and it's a really great place to start and to keep at your own home. So when you're feeling like, oh man, my back's feeling really tight, oh man, my hips are feeling really tight, in any body part, you just pick it up and you can either practice one of the stretches. Let me show you. This is called Square. Helps loosen up your hips. And then you just follow along how they say to do it. It's really hard to find Yin Yoga or Hatha Yoga on YouTube, surprisingly. And that's why I started going down the rabbit hole of buying Yin Yoga books, because I wanted to get the full experience of these sequences, and that's what this book offers you. So if you've ever been looking for like a slower, more meditative, and just cozy, guys, it is the coziest of yoga. You put on some good music that you like on your own time, in your own space, and you do the sequences in this book. And darn if you don't come back to this video and tell me how lovely you feel. So we're going to talk about the importance of this, because by now you're probably like, yeah, okay, but why should I do it? What's the point? Why? Well, great question. Let's talk about it. Okay. The benefits of Yin Yoga. Teaches the mind and body to be still. Okay? That's important for a calm and cozy lifestyle. You gotta be still sometimes. It's why I created this channel. We don't take enough stillness in the day. And stillness is powerful, and I want you to start believing that it's good to be still. And it's good for your mind and body to be still. It's healthy, and it helps you clear out all the gunk that's been going on mentally and physically. It reduces stress and anxiety. What did I say? Now, how does it do that? Let me read that to you. As a slower practice, Yin activates the parasympathetic nervous system, also known as the body's rest and digest response, which lowers your heart rate, increases circulation, and stabilizes breathing for a more relaxed demeanor. There's science behind it, which I love. It strengthens connective tissue and joints. You can pump your body full of supplements and joint health medicines all day long, and I think that those are also important for a well-rounded, feel-good body. But at the end of the day, you also should be trying to better your health intentionally and mindfully. So doing some stretches, like this, can help strengthen those tissues and joints. Well, that's a win-win, because then you're getting a bunch of other benefits. It also improves mobility, and it promotes healthier organ function, which is something you might not know about yoga, is that certain poses, they use the term massaging your organs, but it's like detoxing your organs. Like certain poses are putting pressure on certain organs in your body, kind of like a massage, but it's more like releasing it. It's more like giving it some pressure to kind of squeeze things out, and you don't really feel it like that, but it's happening. So it's kind of squeezing things, and then it just, once you're done in that pose, it like releases, and sometimes you get that like tingly vibe. Have you ever got that? Have you ever got that in a stretch like this? Let's do it. Freaking do it. Grab your freaking arm and pull it across your freaking chest and stretch your freaking arm right now with me, because I need you to feel it. and we're holding it, and we're kind of pulling it towards our body, and we're kind of breathing into it. Okay, and then we release it. Now, this side of my body feels totally different than this side of my body. This side still feels tight. This side feels a little looser. That's what I'm talking about here. I love it. I encourage you to try it. You know what? After that, we gotta grab your other freaking arm. Grab your other freaking arm and freaking stretch it across your freaking body. And you're gonna freaking hold it right here. And you're gonna breathe. It's simple. It's so simple. Okay, and then we're gonna release it. Now let's just sit here for a moment. That's that stillness. Now imagine doing that to your entire body. You're gonna feel like you're floating. That's the most perfect way to explain how you feel after doing a Yin Yoga practice or just incorporating Yin Yoga poses into your day-to-day. You're going to feel like you're floating. And the chatter in your mind stops. Especially with Yin Yoga, because you're forcing yourself to sit with yourself. Kind of like what we're doing here. Although I'm engaging with you, so your mind can still listen to something and maybe tune out whatever's on your mind. You know, I'm still relaxing your body and relaxing your mind with the music, with the clock, lava lamp, you know, free of charge, the AC sound in the background. So you're already kind of doing it. Might as well try stretching it. All right, so I want to show you some of the poses and some of the sequences. And what I love about this book, it's going to show you how to do it, and then it's going to tell you what it's called and the modifications and variations you can do if you have an injury or a part of your body just doesn't want to go into that position. You know, just like the picture, they tell you how to modify, which is great because it's for everybody at any level, which I love. God, I love everything about this. Okay, so butterfly. This one's good. This one you could try after you finish this video. It's called, I'm not gonna even try to say that because I don't know how to pronounce all these yoga names because I'm not a yoga teacher. Oh God, I should have started with that. These are my opinions and consult a doctor or physician beforehand. It looks like bananasana. You kind of look like a banana though, so maybe it is called bananasana. I don't think that's right, but I know Yoga with Adriene says it a lot more like chic. You know, have you ever done a yoga with Adriene and she like just blurts out those yoga poses and you're like, that's how you say that? I've been saying it all wrong. How many people have heard me say bananasana? Okay, it says, this wonderful side stretch helps the See, there's other words I can't pronounce. How am I going to say this? This wonderful side stretch makes your body into a crescent shape. This posture works the spine, ribs, stomach, and IT band. And then it tells you how to do it. And then it tells you over here what you should not feel. Lower back pain or shoulder problems. So they give you this whole library of like all these poses right here. So many. Then you come to the back and they give you the sequences. So, like I said, my favorite Yin Yoga music to do this to is cello music. Cello music. And if it's cello and violin, and maybe give me some piano. Oh my god. I've put down in the description box my favorite account for cello music. It's a little dreary and it can be a little dark and a little sad, and that's okay. Those are all perfectly human emotions, but he also has uplifting ones. He has short form and long form. So if you're interested in that page, I have linked it in the description box below. So I'll usually turn his music on, and then I'll set a timer on my phone for each of these poses. You know, some of these are 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute, and it's all done on the ground. Every single pose. You're not standing up, you're sitting or laying on the ground. Lying on the ground, laying on the ground, whatever. And they have them for everything. Like that section was for energy. You want to feel a little more energy? Great. Check out all these yoga poses. You want to feel a little bit more grounded? You're having a hard day, you need to come down, you need to ground yourself? Great. Check out all these yoga poses. Like, look. You can do 3. We can all just do 3. And doing 3 is better than none. And doing 1 is better than none. For your mind, for your body, for your cozy lifestyle. Are you familiar with this type of yoga practice? Have you ever done like a restorative yoga? What are your thoughts on that? I would love to hear it because I want to get the word out about Yin Yoga. It is definitely the coziest of yogas. And you know what we're all about in this cozy corner? Everything calm and cozy. So, I hope you learned something, and I hope you feel a little bit more relaxed with those 2 arm stretches we did. And you know what? We're not going to just stop right there. We are not going to just stop right there. We're going to do some neck stretches to end. And you know what? We're going to breathe into them. Okay. Just like in regular yoga, at the very end, you still want to give it your all. So if you've made it this far, awesome. I hope you're feeling calmer. I hope you're feeling interested and intrigued by a Yin Yoga practice and what it can do for you. But you got to finish strong. So we're going to do something just so gentle and calming and relaxing, just to end the video so you can keep feeling the benefits. That's what's beautiful about any yoga or exercise, the after effect. But with Yin Yoga, it can be the smallest thing. So we're going to work on our neck. Okay? So once you get comfortable, preferably sitting up. If you're lying down, it's going to be a little harder. Just like don't do it. Just like sit up in your bed or wherever you are, your couch. Just sit up real quick. Let's just kind of breathe right now. Maybe a couple in through the nose and out through the mouth. Listen to the clock for a minute. Let's listen to the music too. Okay. I want you to slowly tilt your head to the side, feeling the stretch down the side of your neck. This is the part of Yin Yoga that is so yummy. Yummy is a good word because it's cozy when you stretch, and we want to breathe our energy into this side of the neck that we're stretching. We want to get out of our shoulders. Just breathe into the side that you're stretching. Let's do one more breath on this side. And as you exhale, come back to center. Can you feel it? You can. It's simple but effective. Okay, and on our next breath, we're going to lean to the opposite side. Gently and intentionally. Breathing into the opposite side. And relaxing your shoulders and your face. On your next exhale, we're going to go back to center. Oh, that's good. Start to feel the release even here, your jaw. You don't realize what's all connected till you pause in those moments, right? In the final one, we're going to tilt our head down till we feel that stretch. We're going to hold. We're going to breathe into that stretch too. Just a couple rounds, you can get the feeling. You might feel it in between your shoulder blades. And on your next exhale, we're going to come back to center. It's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Again, it's the coziest yoga on the planet. And it's just stretching, but intentionally, which is what we're all about here. Thank you for spending your time with me today. You could be anywhere on the internet, and you chose to be here. So I appreciate you. So until next time, take it easy and do some yoga.